A.P.J. Abdul Kalam was born on October 15, 1931, in the small island town of Rameswaram. His family was poor, but they were respected for their honesty and kindness. His father, Jainul Abidin, was a boat owner and imam at the local mosque, while his mother Ashama was a caring housewife who fed many hungry people in the neighborhood. As a young boy, Kalam sold newspapers to support his family and continue his education. Even during difficult times, he remained deeply curious about science, mathematics, and the mysteries of flight. He often watched birds flying in the sky and dreamed of building machines that could soar above the clouds. His childhood taught him discipline, hard work, humility, and faith, values that stayed with him for the rest of his life. Kalam completed his schooling in Rameswaram and later studied physics at St. Joseph's College. After graduation, he pursued aerospace engineering at Madras Institute of Technology. During his college years, he struggled financially but never gave up. One of his professors once warned him that if he failed to complete an important aircraft design project on time, his scholarship would be cancelled. Kalam worked day and night and completed the project successfully. This experience transformed him into a disciplined and determined young engineer. He dreamed of becoming a fighter pilot, but he narrowly missed selection in the Indian Air Force. Though disappointed, he accepted failure with courage and decided to dedicate his life to science and national service. In 1958, Kalam joined the Defense Research and Development Organization, also known as DRDO, where he worked on hovercraft technology and defense projects. However, he wanted to contribute to space research, and soon he joined the Indian Space Research Organization, famously known as ISRO. This became a turning point in his life. Under the guidance of visionary scientist Vikram Sarabhai, Kalam began working on India's satellite launch vehicle program. He became the project director of the SLV-3 mission, India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle. The first launch in 1979 failed, and the satellite fell into the ocean. Many people criticized the mission, but Kalam and his team did not lose hope. 1 year later, in July 1980, the SLV-3 successfully launched the Rohini satellite into orbit, making India a member of the exclusive space club. This success made Kalam a national hero and proved that determination can turn failure into victory. After his success at ISRO, Kalam returned to DRDO and led India's missile development programs. He played a major role in developing powerful missiles such as Agni missile and Prithvi missile. Because of his contributions, he became known as the Missile Man of India. Kalam believed that India should become self-reliant in defense technology and scientific innovation. He worked tirelessly with teams of scientists and engineers to strengthen the nation's security. Despite his fame, he remained humble and simple. He wore plain clothes, carried books everywhere, and spent long hours discussing ideas with young students and researchers. In 1998, Kalam played a key role in the successful nuclear tests conducted at Pokhran, known as the Pokhran-II nuclear tests. These tests demonstrated India's scientific and defense capabilities to the world. Kalam became one of the most respected scientists in the country. He believed science should not only strengthen defense but also improve the lives of ordinary people. He encouraged innovations in healthcare, education, agriculture, and technology for rural development. His vision for India was clear. He wanted the country to become a developed nation by the year 2020 through knowledge, innovation, and youth power. In 2002, A.P.J. Abdul Kalam became the 11th President of India. Unlike traditional politicians, Kalam connected deeply with common people, especially students. He was known as the People's President because of his simplicity, kindness, and inspirational speeches. During his presidency, he visited schools, colleges, villages, and scientific institutions across the nation. He encouraged millions of young Indians to dream big and work hard. One of his famous quotes was, "Dream is not that which you see while sleeping, it is something that does not let you sleep." His words inspired students not only in India but around the world. Kalam wrote several influential books, including Wings of Fire, Ignited Minds, and India 2020. In these books, he shared his struggles, scientific experiences, and dreams for the nation. He believed every child had hidden potential and that education was the most powerful weapon for change. He never promoted hatred or division. Instead, he spoke about unity, humanity, and moral values. Even after completing his presidential term in 2007, he continued traveling across India, delivering lectures and motivating students. He preferred spending time in classrooms rather than in luxury or political circles. Kalam lived a very simple life despite holding the highest offices in the country. He owned very few personal belongings and believed knowledge was more valuable than wealth. He was deeply spiritual and respected all religions. He read both the Quran and the Bhagavad Gita and often spoke about harmony among communities. His life showed that true greatness comes from humility, service, and dedication rather than power or money. On July 27, 2015, while delivering a lecture at Indian Institute of Management Shillong, Kalam suddenly collapsed due to a cardiac arrest. Even at the age of 83, he was doing what he loved most, teaching and inspiring young minds. His death shocked the entire nation, and millions mourned the loss of a true patriot and visionary leader. The government of India declared days of national mourning, and people from every religion, state, and background paid tribute to him. He was buried in his hometown Rameswaram with full state honors. The life story of A.P.J. Abdul Kalam remains one of the greatest examples of determination, simplicity, patriotism, and lifelong learning. From selling newspapers in a small town to becoming a world-famous scientist and the President of India, his journey proved that no dream is impossible with hard work and honesty. Even today, his speeches, books, and ideas continue to inspire millions of students to believe in themselves and work for a better future.